What up, y'all? It's your boy Armin, aka the Armenian Assassin. Pentagon family, we out here, Underground Hip Hop Blog. I'm an artist out of LA, originally Armenian, raised in Amsterdam, and we've been doing this independent hip hop thing for a while. I got a campaign going on right now called Mean Mondays. I was on Sway in the Morning Doomsday Cypher at the end of last year, and I announced on Sway that for 2017, what I'm gonna be doing is dropping a song every single week for 52 weeks straight. So that's what we're doing right now for the rest of the year. We're hitting it with music every Monday on my SoundCloud, and all the blogs been putting it up, and I really appreciate it. And we just dropped the first installment of the Mean Mondays mixtape series, which is a collection of some of the best songs that we've dropped already, hosted by DJ Charisma. So that's out right now. The game is so flooded, right? We all know this. The game is saturated. Everybody's rapping. Everybody's doing things. So I think the key is really consistency. That's kind of why I started the Mean Mondays campaign, because it's all about consistently working, consistently putting in that work, putting out material. And, you know, of course, now with social media, a lot of people can kind of front as if they're putting in work, like you said, you know. But at the end of the day, it's going to show. It's going to show in your results, and it's going to, you know, separate the ones that are really doing it. But, you know, that persistence and dedication, that's what's going to pay off at the end of the day. So the Open Wounds 1915 movement is something I started. So I'm originally Armenian, like you said, and the cause that we all grow up with as a people is the Armenian genocide, and still 100 years later trying to find recognition for the genocide. You know, I did one song called Open Wounds, and it was about basically the Armenian genocide as well as just crimes against humanity as a whole. And that song did really well for me. You know, of course, it blew up in our community. But what I realized is everybody in the whole world really relates to this cause, because we've all been through some type of struggle like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did this song. The song really started blowing up, and then we did these T-shirts with it because we figured hip-hop has always been the voice of the people, the voice of the struggle. So I wanted to tell the story of the struggle of my people, and at the same time, you know, spread a message to the youth, to all the non-Armenians that don't know about, you know, the story of my people. And, you know, people really started connecting and using hip-hop and fashion as a way to raise awareness. So we started making these T-shirts that I wore in the music video, and just organically, you know, the demand for these T-shirts got so high that we started moving thousands and thousands of units, up to tens of thousands of units, and it really became its own thing. It actually became so big, it grew into its own nonprofit organization that we call Open Wounds right now. And, you know, we just fight to raise awareness about crimes against humanity everywhere. Any information about this, follow at Open Wounds 1915. Of course, if you follow me at Armin, you know, I'm always talking about it as well. And Shop 1915 is the site where you can check out the gear and, you know, join the movement, man, because it's big. It's getting really a lot of love around the world. Let me start out by saying last year I ended with a project called Nas and M. It was like a tribute mixtape to my two biggest influences. It was received very well. What I did is I took, you know, the crazy Nas and M beats, and I kind of approached them like, I approached it like an album. So instead of just doing a bunch of freestyles like I guess usually anyone would do, I try to take these classic beats and really turn them into a song and turn it into a project. So I ended the last year, I ended with that project, and then the beginning of this year, like I said earlier, we started this Mean Mondays campaign. So instead of putting out projects, I'm putting out a song every single week for the whole year. That's 52 weeks straight. But we doing a collection of these songs that we've been dropping throughout the weeks, and we're putting them into mixtapes. So the Mean Mondays mixtape volume 1 just dropped a couple days ago, hosted by DJ Charisma. So that's available everywhere. All the digital platforms, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you go. If you want to get it for free, that's cool too. It's on hotnewhiphop.com. It's on my SoundCloud.com/Armin. You can get it for free. And as we go throughout the year, because Mean Mondays is an ongoing campaign, so as we go on throughout the year, we're going to drop mixtape volume 2 and volume 3 as well. Man, you know, underground hip-hop, I think the definition used to be just really staying true to the core elements of hip-hop in your music. And unfortunately, the mainstream usually wouldn't really reflect that. So there was a real distinction. I think now that distinction is a little bit blurred because, you know, the industry has changed so much. Everyone's doing it independently. Everyone has their own movement. So technically, they can kind of be considered underground. You know what? I don't really give a fuck what underground means anymore. Just staying true to yourself and your roots and doing music that you love. And you'll see who connects to it at the end of the day, you know? So, hey, yo, much love to UndergroundHipHopBlog.com. Y'all been supporting me since day one, and it's been several years right now. We still building, we growing together. Much love. It's the kid Armin, Pentagon family. We out.